What's up, ring slingers? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, back with another Green Lantern collectible review. This time, I'll be looking at the DC Direct JLA classified figure of Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. Let's have a look at the packaging. On the front, we get some really cool artwork of Kyle Rayner, and this is designated as for ages 14 and up. It says JLA classified on the top of the packaging. On the back, we get product shots of the other characters who are available in this wave. There are also brief character descriptions of each, and I'll put a close-up of these at the end of the video if you would like to read them. This is basic clamshell packaging that allows you to see the figure from every angle. This figure was a 2010 release as part of the JLA Classified Series Wave 2. And now let's bust open this package and see what's inside. The figure only comes with one accessory, and that is this JLA classified peg base. I like the blue paint on this, and I'm always happy to get another peg base. However, with no personal power battery and no other constructs, this area is definitely disappointing. And here is Kyle Rayner, free of the package and ready to rumble. This figure is certainly a mixed bag. In terms of accuracy to the original Darryl Banks design, this is one of the best figures on the market. However, due to the body proportions, this figure is not viewed favorably by all collectors. With that being said, let's have a closer look at the loose details now. Here's a look at the lower body, and I really appreciate the color choice here. This metallic green looks superb. There's the peg hole on the bottom of the foot. The boots extend up over the knees as they should for comic accuracy. And then we come to the quadriceps, and I think it's safe to say that Kyle never skips leg day. The musculature on this figure is highly exaggerated, as are all of the figures in the JLA Classified series. Kyle is certainly never this muscular in the comics. Now let's have a look at the torso, and again, there is a level of accuracy here that I really appreciate. There is the original Darryl Banks design, although it is elongated. And this white section goes around to the back, and there are only a couple of Kyle Rayner figures where that is the case. However, once again, the muscle mass is highly exaggerated. Every male character in the JLA classified line is built like Scott Steiner. These characters look like they do nothing but eat protein and lift weights in the Watchtower. You can see just how massive the latissimus dorsi area is. The body mold is just enormous. Now let's have a look at the arms, and I do appreciate how accurate the gauntlets are, both in terms of shape and paint application. You can see just how shiny they are. The light dances off of them, and I certainly appreciate that. But not only are the arms bulging to the point that they affect the articulation, and I'll talk more about that in just a moment, but they're also a little on the short side, so I definitely think that DC Direct could have done better in this area. And now let's have a closer look at the ring. I do appreciate the fact that this is not just paint. There is an attempt at sculpting here, including some form of the Green Lantern symbol. However, this is not accurate for Kyle's ring. I've definitely seen DC Direct do better work with rings on Lantern figures. Now let's have a look at the head sculpt, and the mask is pretty close to perfect. I really appreciate both the sculpting here as well as the paint application. The eyes have been painted white, and I really appreciate the precision with which these were executed. The hair is accurate as well, and I appreciate the sculpting on the individual strands. However, once again, size is an issue. Kyle has never had a head this wide in the comics. The chin looks like it belongs to Sledge instead of Kyle. If DC Direct had just backed off a little, this area could have been improved considerably. The figure only has 9 points of articulation. There are single pin knees, so it is possible to get the figure into a running pose, and it kicks forward this far. However, the figure cannot step back, and obviously the legs do not move outward from the torso. Speaking of the torso, there is no articulation there. There is no articulation at the wrists, and these single pin elbows are very limited due to the size of the biceps. However, there is some good movement here in the shoulder joints. As you can see, they can raise outward from the torso this much, and they do a 360. It is possible to rotate the arms at the shoulder joints and get Kyle into the big power pose, as you can see demonstrated here. As far as the head sculpt goes, the head moves easily from side to side, but that is the extent of the articulation. Obviously, this is very limited articulation even for the time period. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this review, and please tell all of your friends about this channel. I would certainly appreciate it. And I'll be back with more Green Lantern content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.